everyone, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm doing this dark vampy lip with a pretty intense wing liner. I've also done a bit of a trick with the lashes to make them really winged out at the edges too. So I hope you enjoy this tutorial and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, so I'm just quickly tying my hair out of the way and then I'm going straight into our first product, which is the Napoleon Purtis Radiance Boosting Primer. I really like this one because it gives a bit of a glowy finish and it definitely keeps my foundation on. I do want a full coverage, so I'm going to use Studio Fix foundation with a damp beauty blender. And make sure you blend the foundation down your neck. And I'm going in with this concealer here because it's got a salmon undertone. I like to put that really close to my eyes so I don't really take it down towards the cheek area. This is just to counteract those bluey purple tones that are really close to the eyes. And then for concealer, which is like a brightening concealer as well, I like to use this one here. And I do take this one a little bit lower just to lift that whole triangle section under the eye. And then I put it over the eye as a base for my eyeshadow. I'm going in with this little gem here to highlight the high points of my face and then blending it out with my damp beauty blender. And once that's all blended out, I'm actually baking for the first time ever, and I felt like this made me look so dry and old and crepey whilst it was baking, but I'll let you know the verdict once I sweep it off. But just heavily applying the powder. I feel like it's heavy, but I'm probably not baking as much as some other people do, but heavily applying the powder over the top of where I put the prep and prime in the light boost. Whilst I am baking, I'm just quickly filling in my brows with these two pencils here. There is not much new. And then I'm going in and sweeping away that powder, and I found it made my skin look so flawless. It did not look dry at all, and it just looked really, really fresh and full coverage. And yes, I couldn't speak more highly of the baking situation. I really loved it. Now I'm going in with the Napoleon Matte Bronze, and I am bronzing all around the outside perimeters of my face. For contour, I'm using the ACONTOUR kit to chisel out my cheekbones, and then I'm blending it up my temples and around my forehead, and then I'm also taking it under my jawline also. For blush today, I've chosen MAC Peaches. I really love this colour because it's super soft and pretty and it blends beautifully into bronzers. And my favourite highlight, not just at the moment but ever, is BECCA Champagne Pop by Jaclyn Hill. And I am just absolutely packing this on the highest points of my face. So obviously my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my chin as well. And to make my highlight really pop, I like to add a spritz of the MAC Fix Plus. Going in with this shade here from the ACONTOUR kit, I am using this as a base for my eyeshadow. Going back into the Napoleon bronzer, I am now using this to contour the sockets of my eyes. This is a really nice substitute for eyeshadow. If you don't have a warm, beautiful color like this, you can definitely go in with your bronzer and just basically keep building it up and building it up until you're happy with the depth of the color. And I always like to get a clean blending brush and just blend it all out so it's all really smooth. Going back into this shade here from the ACONTOUR kit, I'm using this with my MAC 217 to deepen up the outer edges of the eye. And because it is a winged eye look, I do like to keep it quite dark on the outside and just kind of flick the shadow out and up to the corner of your brow. That gives a lifted effect and will contribute to when you do your wing liner, it would just all look very wingy. And once again with your clean brush, just blend it all out. And now it's time to smoke out underneath the eye. When you look at this makeup look, you don't necessarily notice how smoky the under eye is, but it does play a big role in balancing out the whole shape of the eye. So I just went in with the matte bronze and then I used the deep brown shade from the contour kit. And just make sure that you join up the very bottom corner up to the outside edge of the shadow so it's one smooth, consistent color. To highlight under the brow bone, I'm going with MAC Nylon. Okay, so now it is time for our black as black winged eyeliner. This is obviously, you know, one of the most dramatic parts of the makeup look, and it is not easy to do a wing liner. So if you want to see an in-depth tutorial, I do have one of those and I will link it down below. But basically you can never get the same winged eyeliner twice. This was not one of my best winged eyeliners, but hey, you've just got to keep on going, thickening it up, make it a little bit longer, and as long as it stays really thin and tapered at the edge and smooth and even through the body, it would generally look pretty good. And they are definitely not even, but I think that's the best we're going to get. As long as they are equally as long on both sides, I'm happy if they're slightly different angles. Now I'm going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara on top, and then I'm going in with my, what's the bottom one, Maybelline Colossal, I think it is. I really like this one. It's a waterproof one because sometimes it smudges under my eyes and it creases onto my concealer, and I do not like that. So these are Kmart lashes here. They were $4, which is a bloody bargain. So I put it on my eye and it really did not suit the whole wing shape. So what I did is I cut each lash in half and I put the left side on the outer edge of my left eye and the right half on the outer edge of my right eye. And then I did the same on the other lash. So I cut that in half and doubled them up on the ends because that gives a really nice winged effect. I think it kind of like lifted the sides of my eyes, and I just kind of had to take it off and place it a little bit further out, the second one, so it tapered and lifted where the winged eyeliner tapered as well. And for the lips, the darkest lip liner I have is MAC Vino, and I use this to line my lips, and then I drew the whole lip in just to give me a really dark, even base. And for lipstick, I'm going in with Diva, and I'm giving a nice, generous coat all over the lips. And that of course was the last step of this makeup look. So I hope you guys love this tutorial. Please come and say hi in the comments box and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye!